I'm gonna wait till it loads and everybody gets here. I don't know who everybody is, but whatever, we'll see. Okay, microphones are on. You guys can hear me a bit better. I'm just having my morning coffee. Gonna have a little sip quick. Today we're doing a 20-minute, let me make sure this is working. Today we're doing a 20-minute full body workout focused on toning. So that means we're gonna be using light weight. I love these weights. They're by Stacked brand, and so is my mat. This is my favorite brand ever. These are 6 pounds each. Honestly, they feel pretty heavy, but yeah, 6 pounds. I can unscrew parts of them to make them lighter, so I definitely recommend these to you guys. You can use anything, any weights in between 5 to 8 pounds. I wouldn't recommend going heavier because we are gonna do some punching and some isolated arm stuff, so you don't want it to be too heavy. But let's get started. I don't think there's anything else. It's gonna be full body. You also can go body weight. You don't ever have to use weights. And you're gonna go at your own tempo. So everything we're gonna do is 30 seconds long each movement. And we're repeating the main round 2 times through. We're also repeating the warm up 2 times through. Okay guys, I think that's everything. I'll wait a little bit longer and then we'll get into it. So I chose 8 a.m. because I'm thinking long term, if you guys want to be going live every day and you want to do a workout before you go to the office or something like that. Okay, it's time. Let's begin with the warm up. So I love my little elbow to knee tucks to get started. We're gonna do that in 3, 2, and 1. Elbow to knee tucks. I had to figure out a way to be able to play music, but I can't play any music that's royalty, or I have to find royalty-free music because of the copyright stuff. I'll figure that out. It's a whole other situation. Elbow to knee, squeezing the abs, 10 seconds. Abs are nice and tight. Let's wake up the hamstrings. Those can be super tight in the morning as well. Hinge at the hips. Cross toe reach, back up. Cross toe reach, back up. 20 seconds here. We're waking up those hammies, so those muscles in the backs of the legs, leading with the chest. 10 seconds. Cross reach. 5 seconds. We're gonna get squats in 3, 2, and 1. Feet are wider than shoulder width. Toes are slightly turned out. Toes slightly turned out, knees in line with toes. And you got 15 seconds here. 10. Keep the chest up, taking your time here. Deep breaths. We're gonna get those arm circles back in 3, 2, 1. Arm circles behind you. Opening up the chest here. Taking deep breaths. We're gonna switch direction, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the elbows bent, so like you're swimming. It's gonna engage the back and also open up the chest a bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's get this whole warm up one more time. Elbow to knee, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze nice and tight. Wake up those abs. Halfway, chest comes to knee, so you really feel those abs. You're squeezing your abs here. We're gonna get those cross toe reaches in 5. My hand goes to the opposite foot, hinging at the hips, 3, 2, 1. Leading with the chest, so the goal here is to feel like you're doing a deadlift, a Romanian deadlift, so you only have a slight bend in the knees, just hinging, waking up the backs of the legs. 15 seconds. If you're just joining, we are doing a 20-minute full body toning workout. You don't need weights, but they are preferred. You can use a light set of 6s, squats, 3, 2, 1. Down and up. Starting to get the heart rate up. I normally do not work out in the morning. It's been a long time, but it feels good. Sweating. Sweating out my coffee I chugged before this. 10 seconds. Knees in line with toes. Last part of the warm-up, we have arm circles in 3, 2, 1. So keeping your elbows bent, pulling it back. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and also opening up my chest. Switching directions in 3, 2, 1. Breathe. We're done with the warm-up in 5, and we're gonna grab those weights in 3, 2, 1. So I have my 6s, gonna load them up. We're gonna get into your squat again. We're gonna start the round with a squat press. I'm gonna do a narrow press. So my palms are gonna stay facing each other. Halfway. As many reps as you can get in these 30 seconds. You have 10 left. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna stay wide, but turn our toes so that they're directly forward. We're gonna do a wide, straight leg deadlift into a squat. So we're actually combining a lot of the movements from the warm-up. Wide, RDL, squat. Coming just a little bit past my knees, and squat. Racket, squat. Give me one more. Squat. Okay. Next, I'm gonna drop a weight. I'm gonna go side lunge to my right side. Curl. So I have my weight in my left hand, side lunge to the right side, and curl. I always like to multitask and have us doing a lot in each move, so it's more exciting. Curl. Down. Last one. Getting that right glute. Curl. Let's switch. 3, 2, 1. We're down. And curl. This move's good to do with heavier weight if you're trying to build your size in your glutes. But if you just want to tone the overall bod, sticking to a set of light weights is perfect. 10 seconds. Starting to sweat. Okay. Forward lunge. Forward lunges are tough. So every time I forward lunge, I'm gonna press up with just one weight. Option to use both. It's gonna be a lot harder. So when you land in a front lunge, you need to kind of pull your body weight back to keep your front knee 90 degrees, right? Because you don't want to be here where your knee's super far forward past the toe. You want to keep the 90-degree angle and back. Okay, moving quick. Next, we're gonna get in a sumo squat. And we have a shoulder raise in your sumo. Down, up, raise. Toes are turned out extra because it's a sumo, so knees are gonna go super wide. So I'm using my inner leg muscles and my shoulders. Last one. Okay, amazing. Rack the weights up. We're gonna come down, stay in your sumo. Heel raise, heel raise, heel raise, heel raise. Option to come up in between. So down, heel raise, up. 15 seconds. Make sure to sit those glutes back still. Knees never coming past the toes. Up. Okay, let's bring it down. We're making our way down now. Arms, we love some arms. Okay, we have tricep dips. Fingers are facing my glutes. I'm gonna dip. 3, 2, 1. Elbows straight back. Take your time. Remember, it's not about keeping the hips up high. The hips are pretty low to the ground. And it's all about sending my elbows straight back behind me. Last one. And we're gonna continue with triceps. We're gonna do a little skull crusher, it's called. I'm gonna lay on my back. Elbows are gonna come in nice and tight, and I'm gonna come over and back up. Over, up. Over. So just making sure your elbows stay in. That's how you're gonna feel your triceps. Last one. Okay, isolated stuff right now. We're gonna do a chest press. Elbows down and up. Up. Elbows coming out 90 degrees. You have 20 seconds here. And up. Down. And up. Keep it going. Take your time here. Last one. Good. We're gonna add in some core now. So I'm gonna just put one weight on my core. You don't have to do this. These weights are also a little hard for me to like stay balanced on my abs. Lower back is nice and flat to the mat. I'm gonna crunch it out and wake up those abs. 10 seconds. Knees are up. I'm making sure my chin's not touching my chest. We're gonna go right into a bent knee cross crunch. So I'm gonna put my right ankle on my left knee, left fingers under the neck super gently, not pulling on my head, and I'm coming up and over. Up and over. Just like this. 10 seconds. And we're gonna switch. 3, 2, and 1. So right elbow, left knee, just gently holding my weight in place. It's just adding to my core. So it's making my core like hold on to weight, which is similar when you're doing a curl or something, you're holding weight, adding that weight. So I'm adding weight to my abs here, making it a little bit harder and helping to build more lean muscle. Almost there. 2 more moves, guys. So we're gonna get some lower abs. Starting with the reverse crunch. Hands under your butt is fine. You're gonna thrust in and tap far away from the body without straightening out the legs. That's gonna be where you feel it. Thrust and tap. So you can also put your hands under your neck. I honestly prefer this, although it's a little bit harder. And tap. Tap. That's it. Okay, guys, last but not least, we do have a leg raise, and then we're gonna stretch. So I'm gonna come all the way down, all the way up. Down and up. So you can put your head flat on the mat, hands under the butt to help that lower back. Halfway, if you do have lower back pain, you can just thrust at the top like this. But otherwise, you're gonna drop and raise. One more. And let's stretch. That was round 1, guys. We are gonna do it one more time through. But first, we'd love a down dog, up dog. Always, you can never do too many. Pedal out the heels and exhale. Lengthen out the abs. Just make sure the shoulders are staying down. Twisting out the hips. Okay, guys, we are back to it already. Last bit. 3, 2, and 1. Starting with the squat press. Down and press. So good. That's it. Press. Good stuff. Last one. Okay, so staying wide, toes turn forward if you had them out at all, because we're gonna go wide RDL, rack it, squat it. Down and up. So feel those hamstrings, feel those glutes. Down and up, 10 seconds. Good. Okay, side lunge. 3, 2, 1. Down and curl. Let me move over a little. Down, reaching kind of to the opposite ankle. and curl. Stepping nice and wide, toes are forward for a side lunge, glutes go back, chest stays up. Still kind of landing all your weight in your heel. Let's switch sides, 3, 2, 1. Landing nice and wide. My knees are still staying in line with my toes and they're not coming past my toes. So you really have to send the glutes back. Keep it going. Last one. Okay, we have our forward lunge, overhead press. So being really careful to pull your body weight back. So your front knee's 90 degrees, right? You're not here, you're here. Big step forward, pull the body weight back. Forward lunges are definitely harder than reverse lunges or any kind of static lunge. Okay, last standing exercise, squat shoulder raise. 3, 2, 1. And up. So good. We are almost done, guys. And last one. Okay. Dropping the weights down. Let's get those tricep dips. I think the second round always moves a lot faster. Fingers facing the booty. 3, 2, 1. I just pop my hips up a little bit. And focus on my elbows going straight back. Straight back. 5 seconds. Feel that burn. Okay, right into the skull crushers. So remember, elbows have to be tight like this. They're not open, they're together. That's how you get the tricep rather than the shoulders. Just like that. Over the head, be super careful. Yep. And let's get your chest press. 3, 2, 1. Palms face away from you. Dropping down 90 degrees on each side. And back up. Weights are staying over the chest. Last bit of arms, 15 seconds. And then we're going to go into some core. Last one. Dropping a weight. Putting this weight on my lower abs. Making sure my lower back's nice and flat. And then we crunch. Just like this. Again, you're not yanking on your head and your chin is not touching your chest. You have a long, neutral spine and your abs are doing all the work. 10 seconds. 5. Bent knee cross crunch. 3, 2, and 1. Resetting my back up and over. Breathing. Up and over. So good. We're going to switch sides in 5. Other side, 3, 2, 1. Up and over. Chin. Again, not yanking on the head. Shoulders peeling off the ground. Abs doing all the work. 10 seconds. 2 more moves left. We have those reverse crunches. 3, 2, 1. Thrust in, tap away. Thrust, tap. We're almost done, and we're gonna get a big minute of stretching. Thrust, tap. Make sure to thrust the hips so it acts as a reverse crunch, similar to how we pull our shoulders up. We're pulling our hips up. Okay, last but not least, we have those leg raises for 30, and then we will stretch. Breathe. Option to add the hip thrust at the top here, halfway. Almost done. That's it. And we are done. Let's go ahead and stretch, guys. That was a ton of stuff. We're not done yet. This is part of your workout, that down dog, up dog. So I start in a high plank, send the hips back, pedal it out, push the chest through, and exhale as I drop my hips, keeping my shoulders down, twisting it out. Whew. Okay, guys, let's do a quick full body stretch since we did do a longer workout today. Starting with our necks. We're gonna make it all the way through the body, but we're gonna go, where did I get the stackable weights? Okay, it's funny, it's called stacked, really quick. S-T-A-K-T, stacked. And they just made these weights, and they also made these mats. These are the best mats ever because you can clean them, and I'm a freak and need my mats clean. So many mat brands, you sweat in them and they look gross and you can't clean them, but you can clean this one. I also think I could maybe get you guys a code, so DM me on Instagram, we'll figure it out. Okay, we're rolling from shoulder to shoulder. And rolling shoulders back. You guys made it through your 20-minute workout today. You should be proud. And forward. Let's get a little twist, but first tuck your belly in, twist. When you squeeze your abs nice and tight with this twist, you're gonna get some back cracks. We kind of already did a lot. We warmed up, so we don't have to do as much, but let's get this little split kind of runner's lunge. Trying to keep both legs straight. So I'm stretching out my front hamstrings. And switching when you're ready. Wiggle through it. You don't have to stay still. Let's get our low lunge. So my focus is opening up my hip flexors on the left side with this. Reaching up and through. And other side. This is really good to do throughout the day too if you're sitting a lot. Reaching up. Let's come down and get right into a straddle for your inner legs. So you're gonna do a wide center split and drop to your forearms. This one's so good for inner legs. You can also reach to the sides. Oh yeah, hamstrings tight. You can reach to either side, and when you do this, you're gonna stretch your lower back as well. So by leaning forward slightly with this, stretching my lower right back, lower left. Feet together. Do your best to reach forward. Let's just get your IT bands quickly. Push your knee down and away from you. Oh yeah, the hips are hipping. They're tight today. Your IT bands, your abductors will get super tight if you're a runner. Or if you're doing cardio, just like a natural thing because your abductors and adductors are the tiny muscles that run on the sides of the body, and they're responsible for moving very large muscles, but they're very small. So they're constantly kind of taking a beating. And they're also usually the reason why we have a lower back. If we have lower back tightness, it can be because of your outside muscles or inside muscles. So this is a good way to get the outside. The inside I showed you with the straddle, but you can also kind of come into like an elevated child's pose and inch yourself forward. This is called a Frogger stretch. And that's how you'll get your inner legs, but you do want to be careful with that one because it's very sensitive. You'll definitely see that. Okay, last but not least, my favorite, the pigeon stretch. This is what I'm doing when I am heavy strength training my glutes and I need to stretch them in between rounds. Wiggle it out. I like to place my knee more in the center of my chest to actually get into my glutes a little bit deeper. But you can push your knee towards the outside and also get back into the hip a little. Okay, guys, I want to do a resistance band workout next. I just don't know if all of you have resistance bands. The next live is gonna be every day this week, but tomorrow, I can't do 8 a.m.s every week. That's the problem, guys. But it seems like some of you are here and some of you are here at like 12 and 2. Let's say tomorrow we're gonna do, I'm gonna announce this on Instagram, but we're gonna do 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nope, yes, 2 p.m. So I'm gonna announce it on my Instagram, Allegra Paris Bikini Body. There's 4 parts to that Instagram. Allegra Paris Bikini Body is where I announce it on the story. So I'll say, going live at what time? Tomorrow it'll be 2 p.m. Eastern. Just because I cannot do 8 a.m. because I have clients. But that's it. Okay, we are also going to be using resistance bands. I prefer fabric. I recommend these. You can get on my website, allegraparis.com, or you can go get them on Amazon. It doesn't matter. But we are going to be using a band. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining. Hopefully you're stretched out and you feel good. I recommend definitely doing a little bit more today, more than 20 minutes. You want to try to get 60 in, even if it's just walking. But you will thank me and you will sleep better. Okay, bye.